could join me today. I hope you're having a great week. Today we are going to continue learning about Joseph and what the story of Joseph can teach us about how God wants us to treat other people. So we're going to get right into our story. So during this series, we're learning about a man in the Bible named Joseph. And his story is in the very first book of the Bible, Genesis. So here's Joseph. Something about Joseph that we learned from last week is he had 11 brothers. His father loved him the most, and his brothers sold him to traders for silver. Last week we talked about how Joseph's brothers did not do the right thing when they sold him as a slave and lied to their father, Jacob. Jacob was sad to learn that Joseph had been killed, but Joseph was actually alive. He was living in a place called Egypt. Let's learn about Joseph's life in Egypt. So, the traders who bought Joseph, they sold him to a man in Egypt named Potiphar. Potiphar was a royal official for Pharaoh. Joseph lived in Potiphar's house and worked hard by doing chores for Potiphar. Joseph's life may have been tough as a slave, but God made him successful in everything he did. Joseph went from being his father's favorite son to being a slave for Potiphar. Do you think that was hard for Joseph? I think so. That would be pretty tough. It was probably very hard for Joseph. Even though Joseph's circumstances may have been tough, he treated Potiphar in the right way by working hard for him. God wants us to do the right thing to others even when it's hard. Because Joseph did the right thing, Potiphar noticed his hard work and gave him a promotion. He put Joseph in charge of the whole house. Because Joseph was faithful and did well with his first job, Potiphar knew he could trust him with more responsibility. God blessed Joseph with his new job, and God also blessed Potiphar's family and servants too. He blessed everything Potiphar had in his house and his field. There's times when it's difficult to be happy for others when good things happen to them. Sometimes it's easy to be jealous when we see good things happening to people around us, but it's the right thing to do to celebrate with them when God blesses them. So Joseph kept doing the right thing by taking care of everything in Potiphar's house and field. Potiphar knew that he didn't have to worry about anything with Joseph in charge. Joseph worked hard no matter what he was in charge of at Potiphar's house. It can sometimes be difficult to do the right thing when it requires hard work, but Joseph chose to do what's right. Doing what's right to other people is exactly what God wants from us. Just as Joseph did the right thing to Potiphar by working hard for him, we can do the right thing to others too. Now, what are some ways that we can do the right thing to other people? We could listen to our parents, right? And do what they ask us to do. We could be nice to our friends, even though we might not be seeing them right now. Maybe you're on a Zoom play date with your friends or something. We need to be nice to our friends. And we can be kind to other people by sharing what we have with other people, right? The story of Joseph's life has a lot to teach us about how we need to treat other people. So next week we're going to learn more from Joseph and his story, but let's take a minute to practice our memory verse. I hope you guys are practicing at home. So let's do our memory verse. The Lord has told us what is good. He has told me what he wants from me. To do what's right to other people, love being kind to others, and live humbly obeying your God. Micah 6:8. So remember to practice that, and parents, let me know if your kids are saying their memory verse so that I can keep track, and I will have prizes for everyone at the end who practices. I hope you have a great week, and I can't wait to see you all again. Bye!